guys, welcome to today's video. It's Getting Better Man by Oasis. Seems very apt at the moment, I think. So we're going to look at the solo. So it's taken from the live version, which I've linked down below. It's a really cool solo. I quite often much prefer live Noel Gallagher, which is why I've transcribed a lot of live stuff, but it's just a really cool solo as well, and it fits great in the song, and you get to see a couple of the ideas that he uses here, which are some similarities to other solos we've looked at and some differences as well. So it's really cool, it's really nice, and as I say, I think his live solos are sometimes more interesting as well. So spiel done, let's just crack on as usual. I'll play it through, then I'll go through it bit by bit, and then I'll try and play it all together slowly at the end, and that's it basically. Let's do it. So let's go through it. As you've probably already noticed, if you've watched my other video on the song, that it starts with the same riff we've already talked about. So let's go through that first. D power chord here, 2nd fret G, 3rd fret B, open D. We play that once. Then on the A string, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, and then a 3 on the E. So it's 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2 on that A string. 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2. Yeah. Then 3 on the E. Do that 4 times. Yeah, that's it. Not much to say about that. Okay, cool. So the whole rest of the solo's up this end, so I've adjusted the guitar a little bit to hopefully make it a little bit easier for you guys to see what I'm playing. When he comes in, it sounds like he kind of slides in and he hits a kind of 10-12 on the D, but it's so light and hard to hear that I would, if you want to miss that bit, do is 10 on the D, 12 on the D. The bit that really you can hear is the next note, which is 10 on the G, then 12 on the D. So from here, it's like that, da-da, but you really hear that 10 on the G. Okay, that's kind of lick 1, very short lick 1. Lick 2, hammer on from 10 to 12 on that D, 10 on the G, 12 on the G with the bend. It's kind of an up, down a bit and back up again. Then back to that G, 10, then 12 on the G, with another kind of slow bend. That's that lick there. Okay, so hammer, 10, slow bend, with a little dip down, 10 on the G, and then a slow bend on 12. I went through that a little slower because that's the one that I had the most trouble with trying to get it exactly the same. So that big bend at the start there might be more how I would play it rather than him. So just bear that in mind to get it exactly. That's the really tricky bit of this song, to get exactly how he did it. Okay, lick 3. We're going to start with another bend on 12 on the G, then play 12 on the G, 10, 12, 10, 12 on the D. That's it. I don't know why I said it like there was going to be another note. So it's bend 12, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12 on the D. Lick 3. Lick 4. We start with a little up pick of an open G. Again, not really necessary, but it's there. We're going to bend that to 12 on the G. Grab 13 on the B with your pinky. Kind of bend it back down with another little curl in there. Like that. So He doesn't go all the way back down for that bend, just a little way, so we can get another back up to pitch bend, and he does that in a lot of his songs as well. If you've played a few Oasis solos, particularly live stuff, you'll notice him doing that. Then he plays 10 on the G. So that little lick there, lick 4. Now right at the end of lick 4, he bars 10th fret on the B and the G, and he's going to go da-da-down with a little strum, and it's going to be... Now you can do that down, or up, down, up, it doesn't really matter, but it should be that rhythm, da-da-da, and he slides away afterwards. Yeah? That's kind of the end of lick 4, so lick 4 is a bit weird because it's stretched out. Okay, now lick 5, we're going to have, lick 5 is going to be basically played 3 times, but there's a couple of nuances, but it's almost identical really, 3 times. 8 on the E, 10 on the E, 8 on the A, 10 on the A, 8 on the A, slide 10 to 12 on the A, so how far we've got, 10 on the D, 12 on the D, 10 on the G. We're then going to bend 12 on the G again, down, back to pitch, pull off to 10, and then 12 on the D, like the classic blues lick. He actually pulls it down. You can see in the live video he definitely pulls it down. Feel free to push it up, it doesn't make any difference. But I'm pulling it down for authenticity. Okay, so that's the second half is then 10, 12, 10, bend 12, down, up, pull off to 10, 12 on the D. Okay, play that a little faster. So as I say, it's basically the same 3 times. On that second time, as we get to the 10 on the G, it sounds like he plays 2 strings rather than just the one. Very subtle, not that important, but it's there. The rest of the riff is the same. And then the third one's just the same as the first one. So let me play those 3 through with that little nuance difference. I'll do it relatively at tempo, maybe a smidge below. Then the next bit, the next riff is very similar. First bit's in fact identical. Up to that G string 10, but then instead of doing the bend, we just go and play 12 on the D. So that 4th time through that riff would be. Okay, now we've got these really cool kind of legato-y chromatic licks. So I love that lick, it's so simple but it just sounds great. On the A string I'm going to play 10, hammer to 11, then hammer to 12, so it's just one pick for all the notes. 10 on the D, 12 on the D, 10 on the G, 12 on the D, 10 on the G. And we do that 4 times just the same. So I do it slowly because we do it a lot. Can't help with vibrato when doing it slowly, but obviously at tempo you don't get a chance to vibrato all the notes like that. It's more vibrato whenever you can though. It's something he does a lot. So 4 times through that lick. Then we've got a very similar idea but on the next string down. 10th fret now, 10, hammer to 11, hammer to 12. 10 on the G, 12 on the D, 10 on the D, 12 on the D, and then this 10 on the D at the end we do on the first time only. So the first time is this, hammer on the D, 10, 11, 12, 10 on the G, 12 on the D, 10, 12, 10. The second time is hammer, 10, 11, 12 on the D, 10 on the G, 12 on the D, 10, 12. Okay, so pretty similar, you just miss out the final note on the second time. Okay, then we've got the final lick of the solo already. Hopefully I haven't gone through it too quickly, but as I've said before, I try and get through these solo videos relatively high tempo now because I've had a lot of people saying that I take too long on them, which is probably fair sometimes. So, D string, hammer 10 to 12, 10 on the G, bend that 12 on the G, Now the next note stumped me for a long time. It sounds like a C note here, which is 13 on the... So that's what I've gone for in the end, but I have to admit, I'll make sure I put a video up of this tab on my Instagram or something so you can see it, and you can see that I've scribbled out a few different things there. So I'll go through that again. 10 to 12 on the D, 10 on the G, bend that 12 on the G, 13 on the B, then I'm going to bend that 13 on the G. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of together. And then when the whole band's kind of coming back into the chorus, I'm going to do 2 more bends. So 7 in total. That's that kind of rhythm on those bends. Then. You know the bit. Cool. So that's the whole solo, relatively simple. I'll play it through now. I won't do that intro riff because I've already talked about it in the previous video and it's relatively simple. So I'll just do the actual kind of solo bit, play through relatively slowly. So let's do that now. Go guys, hopefully you've enjoyed the video, hopefully you found it useful. It's always fun for me transcribing these live solos, so I'm probably going to keep doing it. But I've had a few other requests for Oasis songs and some High Flying Bird songs, so yeah, you'll see some of those coming up soon. Might be some other Oasis songs that I want to do as well, particularly a couple of really cool live versions of songs that I haven't done live, so watch out for some of those. I'll do my usual bit at the end and say thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. It's awesome so many people have watched my videos. Please subscribe to the channel, it really helps. Please like the video, it does really help, and commenting on the video also really helps. We've got to try and get better at replying to comments, but we'll get there. Yeah, so thanks for watching guys. I'll see you guys again soon for some more cool guitar stuff. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.